Allegedly a romantical thing. It's all right. I'll say alleged, but we know. Yeah, she hit it before Beyonce.
Foxy Brown is finally opening up about the dark side of fame. And let me tell y'all, the internet is absolutely losing it right now. For years, people wondered why one of the biggest female rappers of the late 90s suddenly faded away while everybody else kept moving forward. I mean, this was Foxy Brown. She was beautiful, talented, fearless, and at one point, she had the entire music industry wrapped around her finger. But behind all the diamonds, hit songs, and flashy music videos, there was allegedly a much darker story happening in the background. And according to rumors that have followed Hollywood for years, Jay-Z may have played a major role in it all. Now, before y'all jump in the comments, let's be clear. A lot of these stories have floated around the industry for decades, and some people involved have denied parts of them. But what has people talking now is the way Foxy herself has allegedly hinted at feeling used, manipulated, and pushed into an adult world before she was even old enough to understand it.
Russell and I, the president of my record company, we got together and I said, Russell, I want to call a truce. I said, I want to have a sit down with Kim and I want to actually, I don't care what it is. I don't care just end it. Let's end it.
Fans are now looking back at old interviews, old lyrics, and old industry gossip very differently. Because when you really stop and think about it, it is kind of disturbing. A teenage girl entered the rap game, and almost overnight she was performing grown woman lyrics, dressing older than her age, and moving around powerful men in the music business. And now people are asking the question nobody wanted to ask back then. Was Foxy Brown truly in control of her career, or was she being shaped into something by older people around her? And honestly, once you start putting the pieces together, the story gets even messier. Back in the mid-1990s, Foxy Brown was one of the hottest young artists in hip-hop. She came into the industry with confidence that shocked people because she was so young, yet she sounded like somebody who had already lived 10 lives. Her voice was bold, her lyrics were aggressive, and she carried herself like she was already a superstar.
Y'all should go back and talk to all of the that she slept with in Philly when she was in Philly. She burned every last one of them. She sent more to the clinic than Coke.
Fans loved her because she brought this mix of beauty, attitude, and raw talent that made her stand out immediately. But here's the thing people forget. Foxy was basically still a child when all of this started happening. While other teenagers were worried about school, friendships, and figuring themselves out, Foxy was suddenly thrown into recording studios with grown men, producers, executives, and rappers who were much older than her. The music industry back then was ruthless. Nobody really cared about protecting young artists emotionally. If you could make money and sell records, that was all they focused on. And that is exactly where Jay-Z enters the story. At the time, Jay-Z was building his reputation as one of the smartest rappers in the game. He was older, experienced, connected, and already respected in hip-hop circles. When Foxy and Jay-Z started working together, people loved their chemistry on records. Songs blew up fast, and fans thought they were just creating musical magic together.
You got a question for Jay? Ask him. Don't ask me his questions, so I'm not taking it.
I'm not just, okay.
Y'all can keep asking me questions.
We're moving on.
Y'all keep asking me questions y'all want to ask him, because he ain't here. Ask him. I ain't to do with that, and I don't even know nothing about.
But now, years later, people are revisiting those collaborations and noticing things they ignored before. Jay-Z was allegedly helping write some of Foxy's lyrics when she was only around 14 or 15 years old, and some of those lyrics were extremely sexual and mature. At the time, audiences treated it like entertainment because the 90s rap scene was wild in general. But looking back now, many people feel uncomfortable hearing a teenager rap lyrics written from such an adult perspective. What nobody expected was for those old rumors about Jay-Z and Foxy's personal relationship to suddenly become part of the conversation again. For years, there were whispers in the industry that their relationship allegedly went beyond music. Some people claimed they were secretly involved romantically while Foxy was still underage. Others insisted it was all gossip blown out of proportion, but the rumors never completely disappeared. And according to people close to the industry, there were always strange signs. Fans noticed how protective Jay-Z seemed over Foxy. Industry insiders allegedly hinted that Foxy was around him constantly. Some even claimed everybody quietly knew what was happening, but nobody wanted to challenge a powerful man in the music business. And sadly, stories like that are not uncommon in Hollywood. The scary part is that Foxy herself seemed to grow up way too fast right in front of the cameras. One minute she was a teenager entering the rap world, and the next she was performing songs filled with explicit lyrics, appearing in adult situations and being marketed as this hyper-mature fantasy image. Looking back now, many fans feel like she was robbed of a normal youth. And the more successful she became, the more pressure she faced. People close to the culture have said that the music industry often forces young female artists to become adults overnight. They are told to dress older, talk older, act older, and hide their innocence because executives think maturity sells better. Foxy was suddenly surrounded by fame, money, and dangerous attention before she even fully understood who she was. But here's where the story takes another turn. When Foxy got older, cracks reportedly started forming in their relationship with Jay-Z. According to long-running rumors, Foxy allegedly began realizing that some of the things she experienced when she was younger were not normal at all. The older she became, the more differently she started viewing the past. And honestly, that happens to a lot of people. Sometimes when someone is young, they think certain situations are exciting or glamorous because powerful adults make them feel special. But once they mature, they begin realizing they may have been manipulated the entire time. That realization can destroy a person emotionally. Sources around the industry have long claimed that Foxy and Jay-Z eventually fell out badly behind the scenes. Some people blamed professional disagreements, others blamed personal drama, but many fans believe there was something much deeper going on underneath it all. Because one thing nobody can deny is that Foxy's career suddenly started slowing down in a very strange way.
At one point, she was everywhere. Her music was huge, her face was all over magazines. She had the talent, the fan base, and the industry connections to stay on top for years. But somehow, things started falling apart. And that is where the blackballing rumors began. Some insiders claimed Jay-Z allegedly used his influence to distance himself from Foxy once their relationship became complicated. There were whispers that certain people in the industry stopped wanting to work with her. Opportunities allegedly disappeared. Doors started closing, and fans could not understand why somebody so talented seemed to vanish from the spotlight so quickly. Now, of course, Foxy also dealt with other struggles too. She had public feuds, legal issues, and health problems during parts of her career. But many people still believe there was more happening behind the scenes than the public knew. And honestly, the emotional part of this story is what makes it hit so hard. Imagine being a teenager suddenly thrown into an industry filled with power, money, and manipulation. Imagine trying to figure out who you are while millions of people watch your every move. Then imagine realizing years later that some of the adults around you may not have truly had your best interests at heart. That kind of realization can break somebody. People online have even pointed out how different Foxy seemed emotionally over the years. Sometimes she appeared angry, other times she seemed distant from the industry completely. Fans started wondering if she carried unresolved pain from her early experiences in music. But here's the twist. Despite all the rumors and speculation, Foxy has also publicly defended Jay-Z at different times. That is what makes this situation so complicated. In some interviews and statements, Foxy denied certain allegations and praised Jay-Z for helping her career. She once pushed back against stories about their alleged relationship and called some claims disrespectful. But even with those denials, the rumors never stopped, because people kept connecting dots from old interviews, lyrics, and insider gossip. And unfortunately, Hollywood has a long history of protecting powerful people while younger artists stay silent out of fear. Many fans now believe Foxy may have stayed quiet for years because speaking against someone powerful in the music industry could destroy a career completely. Others think she simply wanted to move on from painful memories without reliving them publicly. Either way, people are now paying attention to her story in a completely different way. Even old clips of Foxy being interviewed as a teenager feel uncomfortable to watch now, because you can see how young she really was. Yet at the time, everybody treated her like a fully grown woman. The industry praised her for being provocative and mature, instead of asking whether she should have been protected more carefully. And sadly, Foxy was not the only young female artist to go through that. Over the years, many women in entertainment have spoken about being pushed into adult situations too early. Some were sexualized as teenagers, some were manipulated emotionally, some were pressured into staying quiet because powerful people controlled their careers. That is why this conversation has become much bigger than just Foxy Brown and Jay-Z. People are now questioning the entire culture of the music industry during that era. Fans are asking why nobody stepped in when young artists were clearly being marketed in overly mature ways. They are wondering why so many adults around these teenagers stayed silent. And they are questioning how many stories like this never became public. The emotional damage from situations like this can last forever. Even if someone becomes rich and famous, trauma does not magically disappear. A person can smile in public while privately struggling with pain, confusion, trust issues, and regret for years. Fame can actually make those feelings worse because the entire world constantly reminds you of your past. For Foxy, many fans believe the industry changed her permanently. She entered the rap game as a talented teenager with huge dreams, but somewhere along the way, the glamour came with emotional scars. The pressure to grow up overnight, the rumors surrounding her relationships, the constant drama, and the feeling of being used may have taken a serious toll on her mental and emotional well-being. And honestly, when you look at how young she was, it's hard not to feel sad for her. Because no matter how talented somebody is, a child is still a child. People online have reacted emotionally to these conversations resurfacing. Some fans are furious and believe Foxy was failed by the adults around her. Others argue that rumors should not automatically be treated as facts. But one thing almost everybody agrees on is that the entertainment industry historically blurred dangerous lines when it comes to young stars. And now, decades later, those old stories are finally being looked at through a more serious lens. What makes this whole thing even more heartbreaking is that Foxy Brown had everything it took to become one of the biggest female rappers of all time. She had charisma, beauty, confidence, and undeniable talent. Yet instead of her legacy being focused only on her music, so much of the conversation around her career became tied to controversy, rumors, and pain. That says a lot about how destructive the entertainment industry can be. Sometimes the very people who help create a star are also the same people who quietly destroy them behind the scenes. And maybe that's why this story still hits people emotionally today. It's not just about celebrity gossip anymore. It's about power, manipulation, fame, and what can happen when a young person enters an adult world far too early. Now, whether every single rumor is true or not, only the people directly involved truly know the full story. But the fact that these conversations continue decades later shows just how deeply this situation affected fans and the culture itself. Because people are finally asking questions they should have asked a long time ago. Was Foxy Brown truly protected as a young artist? Did the industry force her to grow up too fast? And if powerful people really crossed boundaries behind the scenes, why did so many stay silent? Those questions are uncomfortable, but they matter. And honestly, the saddest part may be realizing that by the time many young stars understand they were being used, the damage has already been done. But I want to know what y'all think. Do you believe Foxy Brown was manipulated by the people around her? Or do you think the internet is reading too deeply into old rumors and industry gossip? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out the next video because this Hollywood story gets even crazier.